Hey guys, thanks for checking out my video. This is the one you've actually been waiting for, where I show you how to take the fat end of that ring and to squish it straight, or to push it even further and get the fat tire look. The tool that I use to do that I actually broke, so I'm not going to be able to show you the whole process from beginning to end, but I will tell you later on what that tool is and then show you some images of what I've done. Once you hear what that tool is, please don't just shut off the video, because I'll be discussing some other things that you might find interesting later also, like the best way to oxidize your coin. If you watch my other video where we made the quarter, you're going to get a lot of cool tricks that you might not have seen in other places. And then in this video, I'm actually going to be explaining some of the stuff that I left out of the other video, because it's more pertinent to the bigger coins like the half dollars and the full dollars. One of the things starting off is when you get that first center punch in your coin. I can't express to you how important it is to get the exact dead center of the coin, because when you deal with the wider coins and you fold it down, if your hole is off center, well then it kind of just sits like this and it looks weird on your hand. So it's always important to do that. A lot of people like to use this 9-hole punch set from Harbor Freight. I use them on the quarters. I haven't used them on any bigger coins than that. I don't have a problem with them, as long as, once again, you get the dead center. You can use my other video to find a really great way on finding the dead center. Let's talk about your coins tearing and splitting and how to avoid that. Once you get your initial hole in the coin, what you need is a needle file, and then you file the entire inside diameter of that coin, getting rid of all of the high and low ridges, because once the coin starts to spread on the inside diameter, that's the first place it's going to split. Now, when you're making your ring and you're sliding it down the mandrel like this, and the inside diameter finally sits flat, just like this right here. As soon as it does that, where'd it go? There it is. Get yourself a nice 8 or 10 inch bastard file like this, and then take that inside edge that's finally flat, and then just keep rubbing it across here until you have one consistent surface. And you're going to see dark and shiny spots, and so it's really easy to figure out. Then you can continue folding the walls in on your ring, and it won't split. I think that's about it. Well, let's get right to the big secret. It's a hydraulic press. I know you're probably sitting here thinking to yourself, why didn't I think about that? Or how am I going to get one of those? Let's just talk about the process first. You take your doming block that has these fancy little bowls in it. Take the fat end of your ring, you stick it in the bowl like this, and then you get a flat steel plate or something and set it across, put the hydraulic press on it, and it is so important that you get it dead centered and that it is sitting perfectly flat, because if you don't, then you're only going to get one side of the ring to cup in and the other side is going to be sitting out like this. It's disgusting, it's horrible. You spend all that time making it, and then the ring offsets in the cup while you got the press coming down. It's heartbreaking. So bring it down a little bit, center it up, center it up, center it up, press it a little bit, make sure, bring the press back up. You'll see what I mean. Start off with clad, put it in the press, you'll figure out what I'm talking about right here. Now, if you're sitting here wondering to yourself, how am I going to go out and afford one of those? I went over to my buddy's automotive shop. He had a 30-ton press, and that's what I did my first couple ones with. And then I got tired of going over there, so I bought myself a 6-ton A-frame bench top press from Harbor Freight for $60. And I've made a few rings with it, and it worked great. If you don't want to do that, my son and I actually, we put the fat end of the ring in the doming block, and then we took a socket from my tool set outside, put it on top, and we hammered it. And it started to press in a little bit, and then I offset it like I did with the press, and the coin went flying and I ruined it. But it's still possible to achieve in your house if you've got the patience and the luck. For oxidizing your ring, I'm going to put a couple links down below where you've got gel coat that you can put on it, and then you've got hazardous waste. You can do it electronically or electrolysize, whatever it's called. I'll put in a link of a really cool video where it turns a silver bar just black by running an electrode over it. But the easiest way that I found to do it is with a raw egg, or not a raw egg, a hard-boiled egg. So you get the ring all done, all polished up, cleaned up, and you don't want any fingerprints on it. And then you hard-boil an egg, put it inside of a Ziploc bag, crush it, throw the ring in there, wrap the whole thing up in tin foil, and then 2 hours later you come back and your ring is oxidized black. Another way people have said you can do it is where you can just soak it in bleach. Don't do that. It's like a brownish gray. It's a disgusting color, but it does work really quickly. For the oxidizing with the egg, I'm going to put a link in the description down below of a guy that describes and shows how to do it really, really well. What was the other thing? Oh, you can look up online on eBay for a ring stretcher and reducer. It's got a mandrel sticking out of the top, and then it's got a ring. It's got a disc down below with these little holes in it for a reducer, and that'll actually work too. It's not going to work on your full dollars because of the biggest size that it goes to, I want to say, is, what was it, like 12 or 18 millimeters, something like that, whatever it was. But if you have a quarter or if you have a $half that you've actually gotten down to probably, I want to say, like a size 10 or 11 to begin with, you can stick it in there and then press it down, and again, shrink the ends in. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I really appreciate your time. Don't feel bad if all of a sudden, now that you know the secret, you're going to unsubscribe. It's okay. I understand. Again, thank you very much. I've appreciated you waiting around for this, and have a good day.